Hello everyone, my name is Baloo and this is my sketchbook, and boy has it been a while since we last time said those words. Not we, I specifically, but still. I've been gone for a while, I've been gone for reasons, but I want to get back, and I want to get back in the saddle with the subject that I love, which is creatures. And what's the best way to kick things off if not some small thing that I like to call Creature Factory? Roll the intro. Yeah. I saw it with my own eyes, what he's capable of doing when needed. Soldiers were flying left and right, cavalry chopped in half within the seconds. Heavy artillery was useless against it. Arrows and bullets, nothing worked. It's like an impenetrable castle itself. Moving and crushing everything and everyone in its path. What is Will of Fire, you ask? Well, it has one physical form. A walking titan made out of knight's armor, which houses not a human nor a sentient being, but the fire itself. Sentient fire, formed from the dozens of soldiers who fought centuries ago. Willing to continue their crusade, slowly their souls formed into this magnificent being. As any knight would, the Will of Fire also wields a mighty, colossal sword, embedded with emeralds and formed to resemble a spine. The sheer, brutal visage is already a powerful tool in its arsenal. What makes it a power to reckon with are the skills of thousands of knights, sharpened within it. Memories of battles and experiences they gathered, all condensed in one singular being. Another weapon of swords is its massive right arm, capable of lifting masses no human could even dare to try. The Will of Fire is calm and calculated being, a true strategist in general, honed on the battlefield itself. It does not ask questions or take unnecessary steps. It plans, measures, and strikes true. Most of the time, it acts as a guardian of a single family, or maybe, more often, a singular person. Royal families have learned to create those beings, though not many have been, or can be, created. Many needed and sometimes unneeded lives have been saved by the Will of Fire. It's neither an evil nor a good entity. It is just bound to serve and protect whoever it was created for. As for its habitat, it varies from kingdom to kingdom and place to place. It mostly depends who or for whom it was created. Hi. Oh. Hi. I hope you like the lower part. It's neat, right? I started working on a small personal project, or not so small personal project, which revolves around TTRPGs, tabletop RPGs, making my own book or like only source, which again, hopefully someday will be a book. Hopefully, we'll see. That has monsters, creatures, entities of all and beyond the times and space itself. But the best part, you know what's the best part? I don't know why I'm looking there. You know what's the best part is that it's not only for one specific tabletop. If not for my cat sneezed. I don't know if Mike caught it. It's not about one tabletop RPG only. It can be used for any kind of tabletop RPG.
not for, but in any kind of tabletop RPG. Let's say you're playing D&D. Haha, no problem. Put that motherfucker there. Oh, you are more a Call of Cthulhu guy and want some Eldritch Horror sprinkled on top? No worries, cause you can take one of the creatures that I have, or entities, or whatever, slap some stats onto it that fit more the mechanics of the tabletop RPG that you're playing, and voila, you can terrorize your players with one or the other. Okay, this is me in the middle of doing things. You might hear the rain. The sound will not be good because I'm not using mic, but I just wanted to show you why I love traditional. Look at this. Look at this small portion right here. Isn't it so beautiful? That's why I love traditional, man. Okay, back to the video. Many times had I been in a pickle that I liked the creature, but it was from from D&D. I couldn't use it for Call of Cthulhu because I'll be honest, I'm not that smart to come up with the stat blocks, so I was like, oh man, if only I could. So this is what kind of source it's gonna be. You can use for any kind of tabletop RPG, and just, again, as I said, terrorize your players as many ways as you want. Real cool, huh? That is, as cool as that may be, there is something that is much more cooler than that, which is, you can find all of that. Well, you can find all of that in time here, because I'm gonna share everything well, not everything, but the process of it and talking and yada yada yada. But you can find some of them that I don't record, because I am not gonna record everything, because I don't have that much time, on my Patreon. Hell yeah! I'm shamelessly plugging my own source of hopefully future income, because I need it. And you can go to patreon.com/ whatever it's gonna be, because at time of recording I haven't set it up yet, but it's gonna be there. It's gonna be in the description. You can click on it, subscribe, and you can find all the things, or the creature, the monsters, the entities, the far beyond that I will make there, and you can use them. Support me, I'll be happy, you'll be happy. Your your players might need some prayers, but that's on them, not on me, not on you. So now that I shamelessly plugged my own Patreon, which I'm gonna do on many more occasions, let's be honest, let's talk about this piece and what the hell is going on in here. Aforementioned cat sitting right here right now, not letting me record. So this piece was born from love towards Brendan Sanderson's Stormlight archives, particularly towards the armor pieces. The wheel of never-ending wheel towards pushing. This one is complicating a little bit. Don't mention it. And a little bit of sprinkle. Stop it. And a little bit sprinkle of Dark Souls on top of it. Let's talk about a little bit about thought process of mine, of course. Well, how I start things with writing. I wanted to say writing, and for some reason my brain thought lightning, and I made writing. Whatever. I started with a light. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm kinda excited, I'm so sorry. So, I started with writing. I have always thought that that was the best way of working, for myself at least, and whenever I teach students now, I always tell them that whenever you start to work on a new project or a piece for a project, always start with writing. Because have you never had that moment in life when you wanna do something, will be like playing music or making music, make an art piece, or just generally doing something, and you get this cool idea, but 3-5 seconds pass and you're like, oh wait, what was the idea? And I hate that. I always hated that. I will always hate that. You probably hate that. Everyone who had that hates that. So that is why I started to write. And that is why I think you at least should try to write, and maybe have that as a base point for your project making. But again, you have to try it. You don't know until you don't try it. I tried it, I love it. So let's continue. Now, what does come after the writing? Straight to the sketching, baby. Let's go. I usually do not record the sketching process because my sketching process is chaotic as hell. And it is not, oh, I sit down and I'm gonna sketch for like this amount of time and it can be recorded or something. Because usually what I do is I wake up and I'm like, okay, I need to start a new piece. I start after I'm done with writing. I will sit sketch. I will probably sketch for 15 minutes with like really ugly like doodles. Then maybe rest or do something else. Like a couple hours pass, and then I get back to the sketching again. I'm gonna hate everything I make, and then right at the moment where I'm about to break something in the room, I will find that one singular sketch that I'm like, you saved my life right now. And I'm gonna take that and develop it in a way that I find to fit it. But don't you worry, I have a proof of sorts to show you that I am drawing and I am sketching and I am making and I am struggling. So here's the proof, like here and here and here. If you have been watching, no, if you have ever seen what I do last year and before that, like before maybe the end of 2024, you probably know that I've been working mainly on digital. And all of my previous videos that I don't think I want to talk about them, but I always worked digitally. And now you're seeing a traditional work process time-lapse, me painting something with watercolors, or by this time already it's gonna be pencils and ink. You might be wondering, why traditional? What's up with that? Yeah, I moved to traditional like a year ago, close to 7 months maybe, and I've been doing all my finished pieces finished pieces traditionally now. I still use digital, of course. I use it mainly to arrange everything and like prepare everything to be done traditionally. To make it as short as I possibly can, I sketch the final sketch in my sketchbook. I scan it or take a good picture of it, then I clean it up and like sketch on top of it digitally, so I don't have to worry about, okay, oh, I drew this portion a little bit too big, it doesn't fit the page, or what should I do? I have to start all over again. So I, just to be efficient and save the time, I do everything in digital, in Photoshop. I sketch it out, also play with the colors, so I know that, okay, this, do I want this to be orange, or do I want this to be purple, or yada yada yada. And I prepare all of that, then I print the line work and work on A4 size paper with watercolors and just finalize it with traditional medium. I've been working like that for past like 2 months, and I enjoy the process. I am not stressing out about like, oh my god, I flicked it up. What should I do? So yeah, this is something I've been doing lately, and I just like it. I just like doing it. Now, I did say that I like traditional and that I moved to traditional, and now I think it's a good time to say why traditional specifically, like why working on digital for so long, and then also like, yeah, maybe, but mainly the thing is like, I've started to notice that doing things digitally left me really empty. I don't like the feeling of digital. I don't like how the end product looks, and you might be thinking, oh, then it probably means that your things that you're making are not good enough. That also might be the case, but it's not that I have that feeling towards only my pieces. I have the same exact feeling towards every other digital art piece I see. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm not saying that they suck. I just say that for me it feels kinda like not soulless. I don't know, just not right, you know? I like the visual, like as much as you're gonna try to make digital brushes feel like traditional brushes. Maybe I have never tried the good enough brushes, digital brushes, that remake the feeling of like brushes and like inks and paints. But I don't know, like, as much as you tried for me and as much as I tried, it never feels the same way. I look at not only just that, but also the colors. I like working with colors, and yes, I have a lot of possibility to make a lot of different color variations in digital, but when I look at the digital piece and the traditional piece, even if I take the ones that I do now, they feel so different. I really like the traditional feel of the colors that I get at the very end, and I hate the digital colors that I get at the head for the piece. Even though they can be the same colors, but I don't know, it just feels different. Maybe the thing is, I always have done things traditionally, even in university. I tried to make everything not with the computer programs, but like hands and inks. I loved that feeling. I loved the process, and I think the same thing happens here because I love the process of, even though I struggle a lot with the like sketchy portion of like coming up with an idea, but that's part of the process itself. The finding the sketch is so nice, and then doing that traditionally with watercolors and have like mixing the watercolors a little bit, then putting down with a brush, then taking the pencils like sharpen, like it feels so much rewarding than sitting next to the computer and like change brush, change the size, pick the color, like it's just me maybe. I know if you are in a specific industry, you really need to do things digitally, and I still do again things digitally, but in my own way, in my own style. I also changed my own style quite a bit in past couple months, because I'm not going for that realistic rendering anymore. That's also something I figured out for myself, that I don't actually like making that kind of art. There's a big difference between what I or you might like seeing and what you like doing. I love a lot of highly rendered, not too much. I still like the painterliness that some of the highly rendered pieces have, but I love them, but seeing them, watching how they are made, not actually making them myself. And realizing that has helped me, I feel, and I think that will push me towards making the things that I like better, I hope. At least the pieces that I have done so far in past months, I love them. Maybe they're not the grandiose designs, maybe they can be redone, but that's something that might happen in the future. At the moment, I'm looking at them and I'm not hating myself or the art that I make, so that's a good thing, I guess. I forgot to mention that, look at this, or here. I don't know where it's gonna be, it's somewhere on the screen. This is something that we nerds call Magic the Gathering card. I started to play Magic the Gathering last autumn, like the September of 2024, okay? And I have been hooked ever since. I love that game so much. I think that was the main reason I moved slowly to traditional and towards making things this way, because ever since the first Magic the Gathering game I had, I am thinking about, oh wait, I finished this piece, how will it look on the Magic card? I remember okay, this is gonna be weird. Are you ready for that? I was in 9th grade, I think, or 10th grade. I remember playing a game that was a video game of some doesn't exist anymore, and I would screenshot the creatures from them and like try to make trading card visuals with those creatures in them in Microsoft Paint. That was weird. But yeah, I always liked making the CG stuff. I should not have forgotten about that, and the fact that I started playing MTG and loving it, I think that sparked the love of mine towards making TCGs again, like in the childhood. So now I'm trying to somehow make my way towards working with wizards on the Magic the Gathering cards, hopefully somehow. Until they notice me, I'm gonna make so many fan arts. I'm gonna try to make every single creature that will fit both my book and the MTG cards. So yeah, you might be seeing some of the videos that I make featuring the Magic the Gathering fan art cards. I have a plan to make some of the cards that I myself use. For example, Sol Ring or maybe Lands. Which is gonna be the easiest one. And I also want to make some of the commanders in my own style. That will be something I'm gonna record as well and show and talk and share. Probably next video is gonna be about me making a Sol Ring. I don't know, I will see. So yes, that's about it. That's about all I wanted to talk about while you are watching my process and just listening to my voice. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope this is not gonna be like, oh, I'm back to making videos 2 more weeks later. Oh, I'm done making videos. No, I do want to keep on making just like old times. And let's see, let's end on that. Don't forget to, well, first of all, don't forget to do the basics of YouTube, okay? Remember that? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's see how long it will take us to hit 500 subscribers, huh? Oh, yeah? 1,000? Maybe, hopefully. But yeah, don't forget to visit all the links down below. The Patreon for the most important Patreon, because, hey, let's hang out. But also Instagram, maybe, if you wanna. I'm also working on making my own website, simple portfolio website that will have everything that I have, so you can see that as well. And yeah, without further ado, I think that's a good way to stop talking and stop the video. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was not a too far-fetched, stretched video, especially me after 3 years of not doing anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the piece that is right here somewhere right now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.